How many radio shows do you have?
6, 7.
Oh, well, that's around as many as Ronnie B has, I think. Well, today we're going to talk about the most important topic possibly in the world today. Hey, Earl, do we have any of that production back there?
Yes.
Oh, well, I asked Earl, but I guess a 2-year-old could handle it. All right, let's hear it. Today's Mount Rushmore is... That's right, we're doing a Mount Rushmore. And today, Mount Princessmore. We're going to discuss the best Disney princesses. Okay, Nellie, who's your top princess?
Tiana.
Oh, Tiana from The Princess and the Frog, of course. How could I forget about her?
Tiana.
Who else is up there?
Bill, Mommy.
I'm not Mommy, but close enough. But Belle, yeah, from Beauty and the Beast. Can I throw one in there?
Yes.
Okay. Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Okay.
Cinderella.
Who is the last one? Who is the most important one of all? Possibly, yes, the first princess.
Snow White.
That's right, Snow White. All right, I think we got it. No need to even continue. Solid list. Chris Stanley approved.
No.
I wonder what Gail's kids think about this list. Well, that does it for the second father-daughter radio show in all of history. Get better soon, Ron. We love you.
Her better.
And I'll let Nellie have the last word.
Monkey House.
It's beautiful.
Oh my God!
They're
how
strong.
cute! Really,
Yeah, they're really strong.
yeah. Very even too with their. You know what I mean? Like it's a very pleasant attitude and vibe
Right.
going on between them. You know?
Yeah. They're not there just trying to get, hate clicks or anything. They're
Right.
just trying to
Exactly.
chill you out. But it's one of the first Mount Rushmores that didn't bore the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I mean,
really
normally-
succinct.
Yeah. Normally those things are pretty bad, and at a certain point it gets derailed.
I think my kids would be very pleased with the mention of Belle and Tiana. Just for work ethic alone, she's a very good princess. But I feel like they'd be pretty upset without a Rapunzel, and perhaps a Moana, I feel, would be on their list.
If I was part of that, it would have been Princess Diana, the people's princess.
Yes, love
When
her.
When she died, forget about it. Goodbye, England's Rose.
Well, there were three of
Elton
us in
John's
this marriage,
biggest
so it was
selling
very crowded.
single of all time. And he his friend died, so he did a parody of one of his hits for her. And I would have expected that out of Weird Al, but it would have been nice if you had done something original, Elton.
Right. Yeah, true. But did well for himself. People really... it was a big hit, I feel.
Well, it was a big hit over there. There's no
Right.
doubt about it.
Is
They brought it
Elsa
up.
not
I
a
don't know.
princess?
What's that?
Is Elsa from Frozen not a princess? I thought the kids loved Elsa.
Well, here's the thing. She actually becomes queen very quickly in the beginning of the movie. So while she's technically a princess, she's a princess for all of 10 minutes of the first movie. Then she moves into queen status. So I see why your mind wouldn't go there. Her sister, perhaps, yes. But then, spoiler
Also,
alert,
Chris,
she becomes queen.
Nellie's 2. Okay, so you're going back 6 times past her lifetime.
Oh,
All
God.
right,
Yeah.
you got to stay current.
Yeah,
Time's moving too quickly.
it's moving fast. Yeah.
Chris, when I think about you, I think what a bad dad you'd make. I really hope that you try it sometime.
I won't be happening. Going to avoid
Might.
that.
It might, though. You never know.
Might work out for you, Christopher.
I just don't. I like to have my time. You know what I mean? I just
My ties.
You don't think I like Mai Tais? I do, Chris.
It's a delicious drink. It's all liquor,
really
by the
is.
way. It's all liquor. It's
Yes.
fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Messes you
it's-
up.
Just
When
booze.
your mixers are liquors, you're going down to Costa Rica. Speaking of which, Chris, when are you heading back down? Do you have any plans?
I'm not sure yet. Not sure. We're just checking it out, looking down. I mean, it is the wet season, or is the beginning of the wet season. It doesn't get really wet.
When does it get dry?
Dry in December. You don't want to go there in November, end of October. Rest of the time, it's going to rain, but just intermittently.
I thought you did a dry January. Now you're telling me you're doing a dry December? Dry December and I cannot have a drink. I want to see if I can find something here. I think this is going to... if I told you who just put something on the wall, you wouldn't believe me. It's somebody from the past that I haven't seen in 25 years.
Really?
And Chris, you never met, Gail, I don't think you met. Earl has, but I'll take I'm going to try to find this on the wall. Here we go. I'll just play it right into the microphone. If I can. Oh, it's not taken for me.
These phones today.
Hey Ron, it's Rachel, aka Tanisha C. Just reaching out to let you know how much you've been on my mind lately. Funny enough, I actually started re-listening to the old shows earlier this year. So many good memories. But I swear to the gods, every time I finish an episode, the thing that sticks with me is how goddamn brilliant you always are. There's not one room you walk into and can't command. You just always shine. And I feel like that's exactly what the world needs right now. Some laughter and a whole lot of brilliance. So we all need you to fight your ass off, and I know you will. You have this army of support behind you, and I truly hope you feel it. Every day I got to be a part of your orbit was a gift, so please, please, please know I'm there for you in a heartbeat. Love you so much, Ron.
Is that sweet? 25 years.
Oh my God.
From 25 years ago.
Incredibly sweet.
When she left us, she went on to be in roller derby. And she was always so much fun. Here was a weird thing to show how the world is different. So we're in New York, and the sales staff comes and said, there's a movie coming out. And it was really like the first big Ryan Reynolds movie. And it was basically based on Bert Kreischer, where Rolling Stone had did something about the party school, and then Bert Kreischer was the party guy. And the script got written up like it was for Bert. And then somehow it ended up with Ryan Reynolds in it, right? So they go, would you guys go down to, like, I don't know, Fort Walton Beach, somewhere on the fucking panhandle, to watch this movie and during spring break? And we're like, fuck no. And they're like, why? And I'm like, I've been to the panhandle before. That's why.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Familiar with the area.
So they like, we really want the representation. And they ended up giving the flights, the tickets, the rooms to our two interns. And
Wow.
Wonder Boy and Tenacious C had to catch a flight down to like Tallahassee and then take a Piper Cub over to the Redneck Riviera.
I can't believe that.
That's awesome.
But we, we can't even take our interns out to lunch now.
No.
And at NEW, they're like, put the interns on the plane.
That is
And it's
so
a connecting flight.
funny.
Yeah. I don't know if I would even call that a connecting. But it was so great to hear that. I heard that in the middle of the night last night. And then also came into the wall, but this one was just written up. Somebody that Gail used to date when she was in high school, and he left.
He was my middle school boyfriend when I was in 7th grade.
Was that 7th grade?
Yeah, I was just a kid. Yeah.
Wow.
But we
I thought that
stayed
you
friends.
were-
We stayed
Yeah.
friends, and we had actually met each other online. We weren't from the same town. So
Right.
we met. He was from North Carolina. So we met each other on a Sublime message board.
Oh, cool.
And then we were just like, texting, or not texting, calling back and forth. And we would be like in chat rooms about Sublime. So we stayed friends. He came to visit us in in Daytona Beach first. And then years later, we had just stayed friends and stayed in touch. And so he came to see us when I was in high school.
Right.
And visited us in New York, and we did like touristy stuff with him. And Justin is such a sweet dude. And he's stayed in touch with me on social media, which is always so nice, always sweet to hear from him.
And now he's in Portland.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I forgot that. Tell everybody what your online name's, your screen name was.
Oh my God! I think at that time I was Ruka Riot was my
exactly
AIM
right.
name.
Yeah.
Because you're combining two songs, waiting for my Ruka. And then, of course, the riots, the Rodney King riots, which a lot of young white girls know a lot about.
I want you guys to stay chill while we do this. This is big competitors of ours from the Dave and Nelly show. It's Dave.
Really?
Oh, hello, Dave.
Oh, hello, Dave.
Well, hello, everybody. Thanks for
Hey.
playing my bit. That was amazing.
That was
Well,
so
she is
cute.
adorable.
Yeah, what a doll.
The problem is she knows it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that happens pretty easy.
Yeah.
But that was really, really cute. We got a real big kick out of that.
I really appreciate it. It was amazing. What instigated it was I just said like Monkey House one day, and she said it all day long. She
Don't
was
blame
going,
her.
Monkey House. So I was like, I got to do something
catchy.
with this.
Yeah. It's a fun one. It's a fun one to say when you're a kid. Well,
is.
Dave, we appreciate it. And give Nelly our best, would you?
Thank you very much,
Oh.
guys. Take care.
And any
Take
tips to
care.
Chris Stanley, please send them along because
Yes, of course.
you were better organized than us.
Yes.
Well,
I'll join your
I'll always
Patreon.
be a... Thanks, buddy.
Christopher, what's going on with High Society? Is that still lagging behind Dave and Nelly?
Well, look, now I guess we're in a radio war with Dave and Nelly, High Society, available on YouTube. It's going strong to this day.
It's only available on YouTube, or just one of the?
It's one of
One
the
of the
many.
places.
Anywhere
One of
you
the
get your
places.
podcasts is when it's
Anywhere.
available. By the way, I know a hero of yours passed away, and he's from the Revenge of the Nerds movie. That's Donald Gibb, who played Ogre in the Revenge of the
gosh.
Nerds movie. Now, here's the funny thing about Ogre. He started as one of the bad guys, right? But he
Right.
was so well liked. For some reason, he moved over to the nerds. Yeah, there's
Yes.
nothing nerdy about him at all.
No,
Nothing.
he was embraced the nerd culture. But wow, that's two nerds back to back.
Yeah.
Sad to hear.
Yeah, well, nerd heaven, they're calling it.
Yeah.
He was also
Would you know my name if I leave you in nerd heaven?
R.I.P. He was also
What
in
do you mean by-
Bloodsport.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with what
Yeah,
we're talking about. That's
And
a
I don't
derail.
know who we've lost from Bloodsport. I mean,
What kind of person would see Bloodsport when you're talking about the biggest movie of the entire 80s, Revenge of the Nerds, which really started everything that ended up happening with Elon Musk and the whole tech bros thing.
yeah.
I mean, that was the beginning of the end.
Inception.
Earl, did you mail your complaint to the New York Times?
It is going out today.
Why so long?
Because I initially wrote a draft and they said you have to have an 150 to 200 word count on
All right,
it.
first of all, you can't tell people how long they're
Wait, how little? Like you're saying like a minimum?
Yes, they had all these guidelines. You can't have attachments, you can't have this, and it has to be 150 to 200
What
words.
would you attach?
Well, how
very
many words
specific.
did you have?
I had, I think, like 110 and something.
Okay, so you didn't write
Oh.
enough.
And it's-
Maybe-
Because the bulk of the letter was initially just trashing them, and now I just kind of rewrote
yes.
it.
Okay, but that's not many words that you had to add. Did you make your word count by now?
Yeah, I've made the word count now. But it was just like, it's like, guys,
You wanna
just let me
say
say
it
what
for
I need
us?
to say.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
don't you?
I wrote,
Stop calling them guys like that if you have a complaint. Guys.
Guys, hey guys. I don't really like your list, guys.
So, the omission of Billy Joel from the 30 greatest living American songwriters list is a spit in the face to Billy, his fans, and anyone who loves songwriting. Your critics' quote-unquote rationale behind leaving him off reeks of snobbery and, frankly, stupidity. You can play Billy's music in any bar, party, theater, or stadium in the world, and a sing-along isn't far behind. His songs also ran in their own musical lane.
All right, can I stop you there? Earl, can I stop you? It sounds like you're just calling him a karaoke, and that's been one of the complaints that came in. Now, here's something that Alexa Joel wrote in, and she wrote to them, "What a massive blunder was it to leave off my prolific father, Billy Joel, off your list. Big mistake, huge." Very Trumpian.
So Trumpian. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's also kind of a Pretty Woman reference as well.
Oh, yeah.
Big mistake. Huge.
Huge.
Do you feel, Earl, that perhaps maybe just making him sound like a karaoke fun time guy might not convince them?
And I don't think it sounds like it's just you put him on and people will he gets a reaction.
I understand. I'm saying the way it's being presented to them. You think that they're going to go, this is precisely the reason that we don't take him serious as a songwriter.
I just try to, because they're so freaking highfalutin and just like and big time snobs. You got to basically break it down to where even a child can understand it.
Now, here's something interesting. I don't think I know anyone who loves Rolling Stone more than Earl Douglas.
He reads it
but
every
you
day.
also find them to be highfalutin and big time snobs.
Well, my issue with Rolling Stone was like they just left so much off the table, particularly when it comes to black people. Like they just leave that whole thing off the table. They did for decades.
That Billy Joel is black?
No, that was my initial beef with Rolling Stone. The Times, I thought they just fumbled the football right there with this list.
Oh, this is a Times list, not a Rolling Stone.
Yeah, this is New York Times.
Okay, I'm sorry, so sorry. Got it.
But you would think like the Times is like they would be thorough, because they pride themselves on being thorough and well researched and all this other stuff.
Yeah, not these days, they're not.
They're rage baiting, dude.
Yeah, they're basically BuzzFeed now.
Yeah, they want clicks, Earl, all right? And you're falling into it by giving them clicks.
Isn't it weird to think that there was an era of BuzzFeed? Like, just a true, cultural touchstone moment.
Yeah.
First of all, as a New Yorker, half your friends worked at BuzzFeed, right? You're like, your friend would be like, I just got a job at BuzzFeed. And you're like, oh my God, how exciting. Would love to come see you at your work. Come check out the offices. Very huge run in which it was pop culture silliness. And then now I can't even remember the last time I even saw someone share something that was on BuzzFeed. Like, I can't even remember the last time that I saw a social media post being like, oh, this BuzzFeed article or this BuzzFeed list or whatever.
Yeah, it's bad. And I just went to BuzzFeed.com just to see what they're doing
I'm curious.
today.
What's happened?
They have a bunch of articles here labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, woman realizes her boyfriend is cheating after 3 a.m. smart scale notification. That's their number 1. And then the Kevin Hart roast.
Okay,
It's
so they're
ugly.
still at work.
I think it's probably AI writing for the most part.
But what would you say? What would you call the BuzzFeed era? Because I'm going to say maybe a 2010.
It was
I
the
would
20 yeah,
say
that's exactly it. Yeah, maybe
Would
2009 to
yes, would be like their peak relevance.
Well, sorry, this is what happened, right? So they have all the fucking the quizzes, and people start passing those around in early social media. Then they got a big head and started poaching journalists from the
Right,
Times.
yeah. They were
from any name any place.
They were basically like, we're trying to make Vice moves, where they're like,
Yes.
yeah, we were Silly Billy and for the young adults and teens, but now we're going to get serious and we're going to write about, I don't know, a genocide that's happening that people need to know about.
yeah.
And that was a very big shift.
And then
But
that shit the
they
bed.
were, but they were also, the kind of people blamed them for the beginning of the end because they're like synonymous with the listicles. BuzzFeed.
Yeah, which every other journalism outfit started doing.
But it was weird because it was such a fall from grace. Like, even if you knew that it wasn't like a good website, it was a place to go, okay, last night was the Oscars, or last night was a big controversy that happened in sports. Like, you would go check to see what they wrote about on BuzzFeed.
And what killed them is nothing that they did. It was just the platforms changed.
Yes.
That
yes.
people stopped going to websites completely. And that's going to keep happening no matter what. It's just like when people get big on one of the streaming things and then everyone moves over. You know, if you got big on Twitter years ago, it's not as helpful to you now.
Yeah, because there even were other older publications who figured out the app game faster than BuzzFeed. Like, I don't even think BuzzFeed survived to even someone say, I have a BuzzFeed app. I can't even remember hearing anyone ever say that.
I honestly think they started to even be able to show up at the White House and ask questions.
Yes.
Yep.
Maybe it was during Obama.
Yeah, it was.
But I'm like, well, we've gone nuts now. We've gone crazy. But the same thing happened to them and Vice at the same time.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think it was the problem with either one of what they were doing. It's just that thing fell out.
Yes, and like it's weird because it couldn't have been more of a culturally significant thing in the 2010s and then never made it to 2020. Like, already gone by 2020.
Right, but we're going through that now with the late night shows. That these networks, no matter what you're doing at late night, you don't have nearly the amount of people that they had before. I saw a thing with, I forget what it was. Maybe it was like something with Miami Vice, and they used to get on a Friday night 22 million people watching a poorly written show and barely acted. And quite frankly, just disbelievable from beginning to end.
Terrible
but people
stats.
had nothing. They loved it because that was it. That's what was on. Yeah, I don't know. Like, we go around, we try to find actual reasons for these things, but it's like a hurricane hits.
I have a question for you. Do you feel like we are still in the same era as the pandemic? Like, when you step back from a historical or like culturally historical point of view, will 2026 be in the same conversation as 2020?
It's an interesting thing as well because the world has changed.
Yes.
And look how much more we are in debt since the pandemic. It may be all part. I mean, that's really up to the future people to decide what history is. When you're in the middle of it, you don't
Hard to
know.
say,
like,
right?
like, really, how long did it take for America to get back on its feet after World War II? You know what I mean? Was it the 50s before things got a little like the new normal?
Because it's hard to say, because there could be something where they study it and they go, oh, this was the pandemic era, and here's the beginning of the post-pandemic era. Or will they just say, well, this was the Trump era? You know what I mean? Will it be the sandwiched two slices of Trump between a Biden is going to be one whole era?
And believe it or not, maybe it'll be forgotten. And as far as any of that goes, I mean, think of how many presidents that were a big deal. I remember when everyone said at the 2000 election, we will be talking about hanging Chad for the rest of our lives. No one brings up hanging Chad. It was the nuttiest fucking election.
Yes.
And it's forgotten.
Yeah.
How often do people bring up Richard Nixon? They fucking don't.
Right.
I will tell you this. Remember when we were talking about Roy Rogers and their burger, and you were crazy about their chicken sandwich? Well, I got a thing from Adam Pock, who said, this is freaking me out. He goes, I just had a reunion with a bunch of my co-workers from Roy Rogers.
Oh, my God.
30 years ago.
Holy shit.
He said they're all getting back together.
I love this. I love this so much.
You know, sharing stories and memories. I guess it was all of their first things. And he goes, he heard back from anybody except for his ex-girlfriend from 30 years ago. She's still, I guess, is pissed.
Oh my God. I will say this. There is something about a food service job that bonds you with those people for life, like you were in the shit together. To this day, you know, many, many years later, I am still in a group chat with my closest friends from the restaurant I worked at. And it is a almost daily group chat, and we're always talking. And I've had many coworkers that I've been close with over the years, and they come and they go, and we have stayed so bonded with each other.
That's awesome.
Here's Simcoe in Lake George. Simcoe.
Yeah, the New York Times reported yesterday the king of late night, Byron Allen, just acquired 51% of BuzzFeed.
Well, he acquires a lot of things. He owns the Weather Channel now. And I think the number of different platforms that he's had is like 50 of different things.
Right.
He is apparently a genius. And they said he's everything that people said Kevin Hart was, because now things are coming out about Kevin Hart's business. I think it was called the Hart Foundation, and not as successful as we were finding out. And Kevin has kind of walked away from it. And a lot of people have said it's one of the reasons that he didn't mention Big J's name at the end of the roast. He mentioned everybody but Big J.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But you know what is, look, obviously these business folks, I guess they know what they're doing. But then you hear that somebody has just spent a preposterous amount of money for 51% of a website. We just said, can you believe how not culturally significant this website is now? It's so weird to me that you're like, huh? And you see that all the time. Businesses or, you know, people acquiring these things that we're like, well, that's a dead media that you just bought.
And yet the name has recognition. And that's the important thing. I don't know what he paid for it. Does it say anywhere what he paid for the 51%? Earl.
$120 million.
$120 million. Something that was probably worth over $1 billion.
I'm sure it was, yeah.
You know, a few years ago. And he owns the name BuzzFeed, which he could turn into a fucking TV show or, you know, bring it back as something else that isn't just the BuzzFeed thing.
People try to do that with me. Do you remember dig.com? D-I-G?
Oh, that was one that I would frequent.
That came up at the same time as Reddit, and it was the same thing as Reddit, where it was just like, you know, a message board essentially, but just for news.
Yeah.
And then Reddit beat the shit out of them, and someone bought it and tried to rebrand it multiple times now, at least 3 times.
Wasn't Dig similar to Reddit in the way that it had almost like upvotes?
Yes.
Or something like that.
It was
that
the
like
same
the
exact
more you
thing.
would like drive it up and the story would,
Who was first, Chris?
That's a good question. I think
Thank
Reddit,
you.
but I'm going to double check.
Yeah, because that would be interesting. Because certainly I knew the name Dig before I knew Reddit, but it doesn't mean
Same.
that, you know, like I feel like Dig had more, just more people were talking about it.
Reddit was 2005, Dig 2004. Interesting.
All right, so a year before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Byron Allen also just bought the Roy Rogers chain, I believe.
What? This guy's selling everything.
He's got the Gold Rush sandwich, which isn't good, but I want it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm like, what a great chick. I wouldn't even come close. Even for like just a fast food, I'm not even going to put it out there that it's like a great sandwich. It's just what I want when I go there. That's all.
Also, I'm in talks to buy break.com, and I feel very, very good about it.
That's
I
exciting.
hope you do.
Yeah, that was another one of the early ones that you wanted to go to.
Mm-hmm. And then bigboy.com was also like an early YouTube with like, you know,
remember
viral
Big
videos.
Boy.
Bigboy.com.
All right. Here's the thing that you guys missed. Also, part of BuzzFeed is HuffPost. And
That's
at
right.
one point,
Yes.
HuffPost was the reason adults were signing on.
Yes. That's a good point. That they were like, they started to be hand in hand. Like, it was that they just joined forces? Is that what it was? That HuffPost?
No, one picked up the other one.
Right, okay.
So HuffPost is still there,
Right.
but no longer are you going to get an opinion piece from Allie Baldwin.
Right.
Remember, they would always have a celebrity
Yes.
writing
absolutely.
something.
It is now just a division of BuzzFeed. That's what Huffington Post is.
That's so fascinating because the same thing, Huffington Post was like, you know, it obviously wasn't the same as saying a New York Times article, but people would go there. And it was
Yes.
like a daily checkup spot to see what this, you know, kind of lefty usually take on.
Way lefty.
Yeah.
Ariana Huffington became a celebrity editor like it was Vanity Fair or something.
Yes.
All right. Also, here, Byron Allen recently acquired 11% stake in the Stars Network.
Really?
This guy has nothing
Yeah.
but money. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. He's been doing it from Jump Street. He got a TV hosting job when I think he was in high school. He was part of Real People. And he was one of the 3 hosts of Real People, which was, again, a major TV show and kind of an early reality show.
I have to say, Stars Network, and I don't know if you've ever had this experience where you get a streaming service for one show and then you forget that you have
Right.
purchased that streaming service. But I have Stars and have had Stars because I wanted to get it for the show Outlander, which crazy, I believe this Saturday is the final episode. I'm still catching up because, you know, we went really off the rails here with this show. But it's just something that I've seen through. You know what I mean? I guess there's a million novels, so they've been able to, like, make all of the Outlanders. We've been at it for many years. I mean, they have aged significantly over the course of this show. But the fact that I got Stars for one show, and I don't even remember if I've watched another show on Stars other than Outlander. I can't, nothing's coming to mind. And I'm like, that's a lot of money I've been paying for a streaming service for one fucking show.
I thought Stars used to be owned by HBO. I thought they went hand in hand at one point.
The only other Stars show I can think of is Party Down was a Stars show.
Oh, I
And
love that show.
Yeah, I don't think I had it then. But I saw that show. Are you sure you couldn't see that on HBO?
I'm looking into the HBO connection.
Also, going back to Real People, which had Byron Allen as a young kid, that show was executive produced by a buddy of mine, George Slaughter, who I think has just put out some kind of reunion show. He's always busy, and he's always great. I love that guy.
That is so cool, yeah.
George Slaughter's the man.
Thank you, Chris.
Here's something to look at. I was looking at Huffington Post. It was co-founded by Ariana Huffington and Andrew Breitbart.
Andrew Breitbart was the person who put the site together. So all those people were the original folks. Breitbart and Drudge, Ariana Huffington and Drudge, they were all going, let's try to get into this new thing when most people, had dial-up. So, yeah, Breitbart was involved. And then, I mean, it just goes to show that a lot of those folks, they only become right or left wing depending on where the market is. You know?
Yeah. Where the clicks are in this case.
Well, he put together, I mean, it's not that crazy of an idea if you see everything in the entertainment business. You know what I mean? Like, if you're ABC, are you really connected to any of your shows, or are you always ready to go in a new division? Morning Joe used to be Scarborough Country on Fox. He was a Fox guy.
Right.
And then they offered him mornings. He moved over and became left wing.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not that crazy. You know what I
Right.
mean? If
Yeah.
if you're not buying it, it's like, are you the good guy or the bad guy in wrestling? It doesn't matter.
Right.
You're in wrestling.
Right. And if you could talk in a somewhat knowledgeable way on the subject matter, you could do it from either, position.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you if you're a good broadcaster? Now I do want to bring this up because the thing that, Earl, you haven't been able to send that out yet. But Matt Nevis wrote this for us for the Billy Joel argument. Greatest songwriters often inspire other artists to reinterpret their works. Think Dylan, Beatles, Joni Mitchell. People do karaoke versions of Billy's songs, but that's about it. How do you respond to that, Earl?
I strongly disagree because Billy always kind of was in his own lane. You know what I mean? He was always kind of this.
First of all, that's not true. Barbara Streisand has covered him, and covered him big is Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks has had country hits and does all those things. So I don't know if I would. What they're saying is his own lane was a lane that was already paved. That's what the critics from the New York Times said.
But
I don't think that he was out there on his own. I think he would say that about, I don't know, a Leonard Cohen maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he always
Go ahead.
he always had hits regardless of what was trending at the time. You know what I mean? Like he had hits during the punk era. He had hits during the new wave era. He had hits during the arena rock era. He had hits during the hair metal.
That is actually true of any pop recording artist. Yeah. The new wave era wasn't everybody.
And there was almost no punk era. Like it was a subculture.
The punk era was so small that they never had hits.
In fact, the only punk era that was of a notable era that was hits was the pop punk era. Not the actual, punk, but a late 90s pop punk had hits and had notable bands, and that was its own thing.
But I think if you would say Billy Joel went hand in hand with Phil Collins, Lionel Richie, Stevie Wonder, those kind of middle of the road, what do we got to do to have a hit type
palatable
kind of. A Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, but he wrote arena rock. He had arena rock hits. You may be right. Was an arena rock song. Sometimes
I don't think
fantasy.
you're very familiar. Yeah, I don't know how familiar you are. He could write in all those genres, yes, but don't act like he was all by himself. Phil Collins has arena rock hits. Lionel Richie has arena rock hits. These guys play to giant fucking audiences. They don't get the same critical love. You're going to be surprised when I tell you this. Very few critics like Jethro Tull. They thought it was odd. The leotard, the flutes. It weirded them out.
You don't think the flute held them back, do you?
It could have. The fact that it was an electric flute probably threw people off. I put him with Chicago. And nobody ever is like, Chicago.
Yeah. No, that's
never happened before.
No, that's a very good point. What do you say to that, Earl?
Including the people in the band Chicago.
But even with Chicago, there was a period where you kind of had the horn-driven pop rock thing. You had Earth, Wind and Fire. You had Blood, Sweat and Tears. I mean, they kind of you had similar bands doing that.
I think everybody from Earth, Wind and Fire would fight with you. I just gave you the Phil Collins thing. I think it's fucking I think it's perfect. Nobody. Huey Lewis is another name I would throw in there. Huey Lewis was another regular guy who wasn't going to dress like a rock star, who walked out through the parking lot on his way, But Billy was that regular Long Island guy.
Yes.
He refused to be the big rock star.
Do you
As he
feel?
put it, maybe his tie was too wide.
Do you feel like he's more of a pop star than a rock star, though?
Yeah, I think he definitely.
Yeah,
was
I think
leaning
he
more
writes
towards
pop songs.
Yeah.
I saw people were like saying that they were upset that people were complaining that Mariah Carey didn't get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and they were yelling. It was another radio station here in town, in the Morning Person, and they were yelling, "She's not rock." They let pop stars in, and if you're going to let pop stars into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you got to let Mariah Carey.
Oh man,
she's the biggest.
Can I tell you? I had a song come back to me. I saw somebody post this on social media, and Chris, if you could pull up, Ron, do you remember the name Nikka Costa?
I do not.
Okay. So I feel like when you hear this song, you're going to remember it. But I saw somebody post, Nikka Costa should have been bigger. And when I was like, why does it? That's vaguely familiar, but I couldn't remember. I pulled up a song that was a pop song from 2001. And it was like a memory come flooding back. And I'm almost positive you loved this song too. And I don't remember ever hearing from her again. The song was called Like a Feather. And I don't want to say it was like a #1 Billboard kind of hit, but it was certainly very pushed on like an MTV era. Because the music video is like very sharp in my brain as I pulled up the song. But I want to hear if you remember it, Ron, because I feel like you will.
I don't remember what she looks like, but as soon as I heard the music start, that beat kick in, I did remember the song. But I don't remember her name.
That's all you have to say. What she looks like doesn't matter. If you know the song, obviously somewhat of a one-hit wonder here.
Yeah, she was a one-hit wonder. And I believe that she's Australian and that it was big there and it was just like one hit here.
I do remember the song. After just hearing it again, I do remember the song. I think Lenny Kravitz produced it.
That makes a lot of sense. I can hear it and I can feel it in the song. And by the way, what she looks like Natasha Lyonne. Very hot, sexy vibes. Yes. And her doing like a very funky 70s kind of into disco, but like the sound is very funky. But I was so weirded out. I was like, I fucking loved this song. And it's one of those like kind of like a summer hit and then it comes and goes. And I was like, once that like that chorus kicked in, I was like, damn, this song was good. Like, what the hell?
This was 2001?
2001. This would have been like popular in the summer of 2001.
Maybe 9/11 knocked everything out of my memory banks there.
It could have.
Can't remember.
It could have. And also, like, there are music that came around, like that kind of was released around 2001 that I think like stuck very much in people, like in the zeitgeist. But it was very much a reset too of different things, and this was kind of joyful and fun and sexy, and so therefore it could have bumped out the vibe.
It was released in August 2001, so 9/11 definitely kicked it to the curb.
I could have probably only enjoyed it for all of a month, is what it sounds like.
I'm even starting to believe that Earl never heard it before.
No.
Yeah, I just remember the Lenny connection.
So you don't remember the song? You just remember Lenny Kravitz.
No, when I heard the groove, it was definitely
he read about. He reads about songs.
Right.
He doesn't listen to songs.
Yes, you're a student.
All right, I'm going to ask you guys this. What artist out of everybody do you think you could sing along with the most amount of songs?
Ooh, this is a really fucking good. Okay.
You could listen to, let's say, Van Halen or Beach Boys, whatever. What is it for you?
I think it's the Beatles. I think that the Beatles, for the quantity of songs, is got to be the answer.
I probably should have taken them off the top because they end up being, no matter what the trivia question is, it's always the Beatles. You can't get around them. They're monsters.
Yes.
What about for you, Chris Stanley?
It's Fish. Fish. That's the.
No,
I know
it's
that's the
not
band.
true. That's a jam band. It's like there's
It's just a
90%.
lie.
No, what? You don't
Less
have to
lyrics.
lie to us.
I'm not lying.
Like, hey, we think you're cool already.
right.
Okay, you don't have to front for
Don't.
us.
I'm gonna give. You're like Earl, where you have the same. That's your Denzel Washington. When you have nothing, you say Fish.
Denzel Fishington.
Mine, and I believe this, is Tom Petty. Not just Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, but Tom Petty without the Heartbreakers.
Yes.
Even though they were all there except for one drummer.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I bet I could sing along with 25 fucking Tom Petty songs at any given time.
Yeah, that's like, I think that's a really good one. And like sometimes there'll be ones like that where like maybe you won't think of them as your first answer, but I think like that's a really solid one where you'd be surprised if you were listening to it how many songs you know all of the lyrics to.
I remember once was driving out to Chicago, put on a Creedence Greatest Hits album,
Yeah.
sang 20 straight songs, and the next
That's a
thing I
good
know,
one.
I ended up in Michigan somehow.
Let me throw this one out there because I think that this one is high for most people. Fleetwood Mac is a greatest hits band. And even if you're not a number one fan, you'll be like, Jesus Christ, I could sing along with 20 straight songs and know like all of the lyrics to them.
I don't know if I could do 20. I bet I could do somewhere like 8 to 10.
Yeah, I remember when I saw them live, like I was like, it's pretty shocking how many hits they've had. And therefore, like
Sure.
most people know them.
And most of those hits came off of 2 albums.
Right. True.
All right, why don't we break here?
Faction Talk 103, it's the Bennington Show!
Bennington is back up on our Instagram. You can see the video we posted of the second father-daughter radio show in the history with Dave and Nelly. That's on our Instagram, Bennington SXM.
That's it.
Speaking of Instagram, you know, my new Instagram buddy, Omi, of course, always great with sending videos. Omi, he's always going to send you like the good stuff and the funny stories. But he sent me a video that somebody broke down Superbad as an almost time capsule and an end of an era for youth culture. And it's so fascinating. As that movie came out was the exact same time that the iPhone is first released, first generation. Most people don't have it yet, but it's the beginning, right? But the movie is shot before the existence of the iPhone. So if you watch the drama of this story, these teenagers out going to parties, getting into situations, blah, 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 there's no texting. They do have phones, but sometimes they're calling people they can't get through. And it is almost like the very last existence of seeing a movie like this that you wouldn't have to address in a modern era, cell phones as a part of the culture, a smartphone.
Yes, if you watch that movie and you would have heard it took place in 1975 or 1983, you would
Right.
have no trouble believing it.
Right.
But it's almost like when that movie came back, it was like already like, hey, we haven't seen a movie like this for a
Right.
couple years. We got out of that Porky's teenage.
Right.
You know, if you even look at like even in the 90s, where you've got some of those things going on, those kids were almost like nerds. They weren't like the same stuff from, let's say, Dazed and Confused.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like Jennifer Love Hewitt and those fucking nerdy guys that had a chance with her.
Right. And, it was that kind of like, the whole point is just to get girls and need to get laid before
drunk,
college,
get
booze.
just like it was in American Pie. It was like, this beginning of kind of like degenerate, but in a very suburban way.
Sure, there was
suburban degenerates.
There was violence. There was plenty of violence in it.
Yeah.
It was now if it came out, police would be suing, saying we're not like that.
Right.
There's a couple Miami cops that are trying to sue Matt and Ben over this movie that they made in Miami where there was crooked cops. But at no point did they say every cop in Miami is crooked.
No.
But we say there's crooked cops. That's what makes a movie go.
Yes.
There's crooked cops. There's crooked politicians. There's crooked people on Wall Street. Right. Crooked is what we're selling here. I saw Superbad not that long ago, and I'm like, that fucking scene with these eyes where he's singing the worst version of something, but people are acting like it's great, is hilarious.
Tearing up while listening to him, acting like I could cry how good he's singing this, but it's like not that good, and they're just really fucked up. It's so funny. But yeah, it really is kind of like a millennial death rattle of the end of that era of culture. And like you said, it is the thing that millennials, Gen X, and boomers have, where now we start to move in a different direction.
Sure. Yeah, I would agree that. Omi used to send me stuff. Now he just sends it directly to you. So I guess I'm going to have to take Amy Miller away from you now.
No, you can't. You can't take my Amy.
Miami? All right. Chris Stanley, this is a story you should have been a part of because you were part of the Murdochs murders that took place in the lowlands of South Carolina. Alex Murdaugh, of course, was convicted of wife and son. That has been overturned.
What?
And
Really?
he's back on the streets. Something wrong took place in the trial.
Oh my
and,
God.
They said that a local county clerk had placed her fingers on the scale of justice. He was serving 2 consecutive life sentences without parole. And it looks like, as of right now, that is all tossed. Although he's not being able to walk free because he's got other stuff that he did stealing from his clients.
Yeah, he like embezzled a shit ton of money.
But the murder stuff is gone.
I am blown away. There's no way this guy didn't whack both of them. He was fucking messed up on pills. That's what all the embezzlement was. He was just like constantly just buying pills. He was addicted to pills, and then he murdered his bad son and his wife. I mean, it's fucking crazy.
Why have to call the kid bad?
I've watched documentaries on this. That was a bad man, boy. And then the other son's still out there somewhere.
You should have looked at those documentaries and say something about this trial stinks.
Yeah,
Then you'd be
that's
a
an
hero
innocent
right
man.
now.
It's not an innocent man. He's very bad.
I am an innocent man. That's for Earl's, the hard rocking arena rock that Earl loves so much.
I'm disgusted by the law today. This is it for me.
It's just one case. It's just one case.
There is no justice.
This guy's a stone cold killer. And there were so many whacked out details. He tried to lie.
I know,
and
but
say
you
he was-
can't fuck up in the trial. Everybody has a
Yes.
right to a fair trial.
Look,
Understood.
I've had this conversation with you guys about the Casey Anthony trial, and everybody who followed it was furious, and they were so upset. And luckily, during that trial, I was unemployed, and I watched every morning the trial. I watched every bit of it that was on TV. And I will tell you this, They did not prove the case. Now, people were upset. They go, there's no way she didn't kill her child. I go, I get what you're saying. And yet, I watched what they did. And I do not think that they proved, without a shadow of a doubt, they certainly sat there and slut-shamed her and, so, you know, tried to pull her down as a person, but they did not do a good job. There was a lot of gray area, and that's what you're supposed to be doing, right? You're supposed to go, there's no way this person didn't do it, because you're not supposed to actually accuse an innocent person.
Well, you can accuse them, but you still have to prove it. Yeah, you still have to prove it. Now, in this case, they did prove it, but then they figured out that this person cheated a little bit, and you could just fuck up some paperwork and a person can get out. All right, I'm going to ask you guys this because I know you're all documentary fans. The new Marty Short documentary, I think it went up today.
Yeah, I think it is today.
Would you consider this to be a documentary if the person that the documentary is about is very much involved in the making of a documentary?
Yes.
And I feel like this happens all the time now with so-called documentaries.
I mean, we just had it with his other amigo, Chevy Chase, where him and the family were far too close to the making of this that I feel like it's a portrait piece for sure. And I haven't seen this one yet, but the way that he's involved, I would say you're looking at a portrait of that person, but not
one that
necessarily
he wants you to see.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So the documentary, like the concept of the documentary has completely changed in the last 20 years, because now, just like in this Last Dance, name any documentary with the persons in it, they get executive producer credits and they actually allow the thing to be made, and anyone else who they would get for the documentary ain't gonna do it.
So let's go through it. Is a 30 for 30, is that a documentary? Is the QB1s, are those documentaries? Are those just reality shows?
Yes.
That's it. You nailed it. That's it.
It's
They are
closer.
reality shows.
It's
because
a
everyone's
reality
fucking fine with
show.
it.
People fucking brag like they watch documentaries like they've read a book. You ever notice that? And I'm like, these aren't documentaries anymore.
Right.
No, they're not.
Also, there used to be kind of two very distinct in the heyday of the documentary, right? Like there was these kind of two different like distinct categories that were very popular, and one would be like a deep dive into a seedy underbelly of a thing, either a corporate thing or, you know, a political thing, and that could be anything from a king corn to a blackfish or, you know, Fahrenheit, whatever. So then you would also have these kind of portraits of regular people who are peculiar, right? So there was like the American, I forget what it's called, American Movie?
American Movie, yeah.
American Movie. There would be like the video game guy. Do we have less Do we have less of those because of social media and the internet? Meaning we can find weird people and pseudo celebrities that we kind of make up and go, I'm following this guy's really weird Instagram account or TikTok. And we don't really have that genre anymore where it's like a regular
also
weird person.
You also can't trust it because they will be like, we need something to happen in this documentary.
Right.
The last one, remember the telemarketers one from Jersey? It was like it was an HBO. That one was like you're talking about, Gail.
Yes.
It's like just a couple weird dudes.
Right.
What was the band that you liked, Chris? The guy was in Brooklyn, and then his brother was part.
Oh, the
and he had
National.
The National. So it comes out, the guy in the National, he has a weird brother, and all this shit happens, and it's really fucking fun. And the music is great and all. And you found out, like, the brother was, like, a director on it. Like, there was no way that he was this idiot. You know what I mean? They were just, like, it's become, like, a mockumentary. And that's what most documentaries are now. They're mockumentaries. And there's so many of them. We used to get, like, 4 or 5 documentaries a year.
Yes.
Normally made by the same 4 or 5 people who would slave away at this shit for years at a time. And now you could get money.
And there would be this time period too, like late 90s, early 2000s, where there would be more suggestions from your friends to see documentaries than it would be feature-length fictional films. Like there was an era where it's like,
Right.
I've got 6 documentaries I've got to see because different friends have recommended. And you would go to a movie theater to see them.
Right, and most of those don't hold up now. Like we
Right,
made a
true.
bigger, like the whole fucking guy eating McDonald's was the bullshit.
Yeah.
The Fahrenheit,
Oh,
fucking
yes.
9/11 was
Right.
completely bullshit.
Yes.
I mean, the guy knew what he wanted to say before he did his investigation.
Right.
Earl's favorite documentary, which was Billy Joel in the USSR. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
the fact that he's now fucking playing back in the USSR, it's to set up the whole documentary. Gail.
I think, and I can only think of 2 documentaries, and I'm be interested if you guys have any that I liked enough that I would re-watch. Only 2 I can think of.
Mine go way back before that. Probably the Woodstock thing, which I think
Okay,
was a straight
right.
documentary, and also Give Me Shelter or whatever that Rolling
Sure.
Stones was with the murder at the end. I mean, those things were more important to me than anything I saw in the 80s or 90s.
Smart. Okay. Yeah, I had not thought about. There are a couple rockumentaries I would put in that category, but Paris is Burning. I have seen that documentary at least a dozen times.
Did you see One Night in Paris?
I did not see One Night in Paris.
It was about a guy who had sex with Paris Hilton.
Oh, that's right. That's what that was called. I totally forgot. That documentary I saw actually many times. Paris is Burning I've seen like a dozen times, and Grey Gardens. Two documentaries that are at the level of entertainment of watching a feature-length film and just loving the characters and spending time with them. But outside of those, and both by the way, the era that we were talking about that got overly popular, I will rewatch those and love them.
All right, Liz Sets Fire wrote to us and said, Earl, just say, to be clear, Billy Joel's Incendiary 2, man. He doesn't get the reference. He doesn't get the reference.
Incendiary.
Yeah.
Incendiary.
What is it you want to say, Earl?
No, I just.
Denzel?
Well, speaking of docs, I saw one on HBO Max about Patty Chayefsky, and the first thing they say at the beginning is, "We're not going." They could have reached out to the family. They said, out of his privacy, they're respecting his privacy. We're not going to have it, and it just had his quotes, had news clips, and people talking about his work, and it just
All right,
focused
but
strictly
let's
on the
stop
work.
there. But guess what? The family may have work that would be interesting to people.
Yeah.
To brag about the fact that you took a guy who lived a fairly private life, he was a writer, and said, we did not try to get anything that wasn't already public knowledge. That's why I can't stand like when the Paul McCartney documentary came out. I learned zero about that because it's all been on fucking TV.
Right.
Everything has been. If I have to see another Doors documentary, I'll be there. There's nothing here that can surprise me.
What is there left to say?
So much, Gail.
All right, here's what I would say to Patty, and this is the number one thing, Patty Chayefsky. Why 2 D's and not 2 T's? Come on, dude. No one else is named Patty. So were you just watching him type, Earl? Was that the thing that you loved?
But there was just so many like incredible stories. Like I didn't know that he was really close with Bob Fosse and Mel Brooks. They like literally
Of
shared.
course he was. They were all best friends. Do you ever pay attention to show business?
Well, not
It's
that.
the business of show,
And
not that aspect.
yeah, and
I don't want to hear your fun facts. Stop it. You're just saying stuff people. I just went into. I don't want to hear stuff I've heard before.
Yes.
yeah, I mean there's
Ouch.
Sorry.
What was that?
Drop my
Would you
mic.
stop it?
Drop my mic. I probably would have been better if I just let it fall to the ground, but I clonked it on this side of the table.
Yeah. There's nothing but fights going on about this fucking roast that took place, and people are saying they've completely changed the idea of a roast. And I'm like, yeah, it's for Netflix now.
Yeah.
Like this, they figured out how to make this into a big money thing.
Mm-hmm. Hours and hours long.
Yeah. The length is a big problem for me. They're long as hell.
But that doesn't matter to Netflix. They don't care if anybody tunes out. That's not the way they run.
No, they don't care. This is like a test for their ability to stream live. Like that's how they sort of treat these things. It's very weird to like put all this money into this big thing.
Well, they get huge numbers. They get the roast gets gigantic numbers now. It's not a test for something else. It's a test for the roast. And now they're going, who can we get next?
Mm-hmm. They're dying to get someone else in there.
Yeah. I also feel like because of, it's like one of those things, like I feel like it was very watched, but then it's very hard with a long, something that's going to be that long form, not to just watch it clipped out, which is how I experienced it.
Yeah, could you imagine? You got to go on stage 2 hours and 45 minutes?
No.
What joke could possibly be left? You're sitting there, oh, Kevin Hart's short.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin Hart's movies stink.
You're like,
well, that's 3/4 of what I got.
You're sitting there like, this person's weight, this person's height.
Race. Don't forget race.
Race.
Here's Charlie in Delaware. Charlie.
Hey, Gail and Ron.
Hey.
Just wondering what you guys thought of the Pee Wee Herman and Paul Rubens documentary.
Yeah, I did see that when it came out. I found it to be like incredibly sad.
Yeah, it's
I
sad.
mean, there was so much sadness in that thing of, the way he was treated in his lifetime. It was a tough watch.
Yeah, it was a tough watch, and I love him so much. But yeah, it is. I thought it was a very difficult, sad documentary.
He made one gigantic mistake in his life, and that was doing the kids show. He originally had a parody of a kids show for adults to laugh at.
Right.
If he would have got caught jerking off, nobody would have been upset with him.
Right.
They were able to say children's host.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest, as a kid, it got very presented as though he was some sort of a ped, although there was nothing peddish that transpired. But I feel like that was kind of the joke of it, and it was almost like he was like some sort of a predator instead of
like he did it on his show.
Right, exactly.
It was very confusing. I remember my parents just losing their mind over it for some reason because we watched the show, and it's just a guy jacking. It's not a big deal.
Did they wanted to protect you, Chris?
They were very weird. They didn't. My dad didn't like Beavis and Butthead, and then the Pee Wee Herman thing. But this man was a fucking mad dog psycho, and yet he had to like put his morals on me as a child.
Look, he probably didn't like to see you enjoying yourself watching your shows. I get that. Who wants to watch a kid enjoying himself?
You know what? As a child of the era of when Beavis and Butthead were popular, I'm sure we were very annoying with it. I'm sure teachers didn't enjoy it. I'm sure parents didn't like to hear the voices. It was annoying on purpose.
They didn't like Cornholio. Come on, brilliant.
They didn't like Cornholio. A lot of boys were doing Cornholio impressions when I was a kid. I actually distinctly remember this is like, so you know how like this would be, and again, this is maybe something that we've lost culturally, where you're like, everybody knew like, oh, we're going to go home and watch this episode tonight. A new episode is tonight. And then we would come to school the next day, and people would be like quoting and talking about that episode in school. And it became like this like through line. Like it wasn't like, I don't think a popular quote, but it just among my friends in school, it was because Butthead went to go visit Beavis at his like fast food job. And then he is ordering nachos. And then Beavis said, "Would you like fries with that?" And then Butthead replied, "Did I ask for fries, Beavis?" And it was actually a thing that my teacher had to be like, if one more kid says like, "Did I ask for fries, Beavis?" you will be sent to the principal's office. I don't want to read another journal entry where somebody writes, "Did I ask for fries, Beavis?"
Was your teacher Mr. Stanley from?
Yes, it actually was John Stanley.
Hey.
Here's Dave. Dave, what's up, buddy?
Hey, sounded strong. Ronnie, the Fire Festival doc, there's something very satisfying about that documentary. Just how douchey those kids were, especially the girl who goes Bahamas, and just the whole culture of just being so cool because they're going to the stupid beach. And then they all took a shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was stupid. What's going on in there with the sound levels? The sound levels of the phones.
They've been
The
low.
caller.
Yeah.
The Firefest doc was interesting because I think one came out, let's say, on Netflix, and then Hulu, like the next day, was like, we have our own Firefest documentary, and we have the guy who actually did Firefest.
Right, I forgot. That's right. That it was like dueling movies about it.
I mean, could you imagine like that guy goes to jail, but nobody who sets up these fucking cryptocurrency things where they lose 97% of the value within 6 months, they're all fine.
Yeah, there's
Right,
no
yeah.
consequences.
No, it is really weird. I don't think I can ever wrap my head around the lack of consequence for white collar crime. I don't think I really understand it as an adult who lives in this society, how that works and why it's okay.
I guess because you could take some of that crime and just say it was a fuck up. You could go, "Oh my
Right.
God, that was a computer error. I fucking,
Right.
you know, I'm bad at my job. It's not that I'm a criminal, just really bad at pushing money around."
I didn't even notice how rich I got. That's the crazy thing. I did not even notice that I ordered a second yacht. Oh my God. Oopsie.
My bad. Only one guy went away. It was Bankman. Sam Bankman-Fried. He's locked up with Diddy.
Bankman. Oh. Sam Bankman Free.
I love calling him the Bankman.
And I want to say this. Is his name not just Bankman and then it's just
Bankman.
Chris who always says Bankman? Like it's two separate words? Like he's a superhero?
So that's his middle name? Bankman?
I think it's Bankman Fried, like a dash. There's a hyphen there or whatever.
Yes.
But the guy was just pumping cash. He's the Bankman.
See why you say that.
No one else is calling him that?
No one.
You're the only one, and I'm going to need 2 more people before I hear you defending that he's the Bankman. It's got to catch on a little bit.
And it still hasn't after all these years. I'm surprised he didn't get a pardon.
No. Well, he was giving money to the wrong side to get a pardon.
Chris, have you grown out of all your conspiracies? Are you done with that era of your life?
No, God, no. No.
I thought maybe you'd be done with it by now.
There's one that just fucking popped up just yesterday morning. All right.
What's that?
The Bermuda Triangle.
This is new?
No.
This has been around since I was in kindergarten,
It's
bro.
one of the originals.
Hold up.
Hold on.
Hold up.
So the Daily Mail pumps this story out saying they found something at the bottom of the Bermuda Triangle. They don't know what it is. Now, let's go back a couple of years. 4chan. There is this very long thread about this guy claiming to be part of the government in their like black ops bullshit, fucking alien shit.
Okay, go on.
And he says,
Just tell us what it is.
there's an
Ops
alien
bullshit
factory in the Bermuda Triangle that's making ships and the UAEs and all this shit, and all the aliens are in the Bermuda Triangle. There's a big ass factory, a space alien spaceship factory.
Why are you taking something that sounds like the dumbest thing ever and then taking long periods of time to say it?
What are the UAEs? The United Arab Emirates, you mean?
The UFOs, you know what I'm talking about. They say they're drones, but they're actually they're spaceships from the sea, from the Bermuda Triangle.
I only see one thing on this.
Okay.
And it is from Charisma Magazine Online.
Yes.
Bermuda Triangle mystery may finally be. Oh, and now I just hit it and I went to a bad fucking site.
Oh,
Tell
no.
me if I can get rid of my phone. Throw your phone out the window.
Oh, no.
So you're saying that there is a alien factory sucking planes down, which it hasn't done now for, 50 years?
Yes.
Nothing has mysteriously been gone during anybody's lifetime.
See, this is my theory. Now, they used to be sucking them planes down in the Bermuda Triangle, but at this point, they know we can't keep doing that, the aliens. And now the factory down there is just firing out their little drone aliens. That's what all this government footage is from like the Navy and the Air Force. It's these spaceships, these drone spaceships that are made in a factory, an alien factory that can move around the bottom of the fucking ocean. I'm serious. This is all.
Seriously, I know you're
You know
saying
what?
you're serious, but it sounds nuts.
It sounds crazy. I'm like, I get it. This is the part in the movie where the guy is explaining it, and we're the two asshole friends who's not
Right.
believing. I see that too. And yet you're the one who sounds crazy and we sound normal.
He just did a UFO dump the other day, and not one thing
No.
came out of
Nothing.
it.
Nothing.
All these fucking stupid theories. Like, wait till this dump happens. Nothing.
Aliens.gov is a
things.
giant nothing burger.
Tim in Atlanta.
Hey, Ron. Hey,
Hey.
Dale. I like Don't Fuck with Cats a lot, and I like Catfish, if you guys remember that one.
And that's the one that they used to stick their noodling, like they'd stick their arm in there and the whole catfish
Oh, yeah, the
would
noodling.
suck it down.
No, that is the one where you pretend to be someone you're not. They lure in a
Oh,
romantic...
yes.
I saw that fucking documentary in a movie theater, right? The movie fucking ends. Guys walk up and they go, "Do we have any questions?" And we're all like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "We're the directors of this movie." And
You didn't know it?
And there wasn't announced, whatever. And then people were saying, "Why did you make up this story and act like it was a documentary?" Everybody was fucking with them. They left there and made a deal with MTV, and that fucking thing wrote for 15 years because kids like Stanley don't care if they're being fed bullshit as long as that bullshit is fun. So you could be like, and that factory is just dipping out drones one after another, man.
Is it a conspiracy if it's true? That's a good question.
No, nobody asked it.
Oh.
Are you complimenting yourself?
Also, the other documentary he mentioned, Don't Fuck with Cats, I say that's the inception point of when documentaries became way too long. It was like 3.5 hours long, 3 episodes. And it was just, some people online found a guy who was torturing cats. And I'm glad they found him, but it did not need a documentary.
What's this documentary that's coming out on Muddy Mats that really helps keep your house clean and everybody's loving it right now?
It's a documentary on my own life, Ron. That's what it is. It's just me and Dolly. Trying to keep floors clean, hardwood, tile, and carpet. It's a constant battle, especially when our dog Dolly comes running in with muddy paws, tracks it everywhere. That used to be my nightmare until we got Muddy Mats.
Now we keep one by every door, and the mat actually grabs the dirt and moisture before it ever hits the floor. No more muddy footprints or paw prints all over the house.
I had seen the videos online and thought, no way it works out well. But we're living proof it does.
Only Muddy Mat is made with thousands of ultra-soft microfibers that are super absorbent, trapping dirt, water, and mess so it doesn't spread all over the house.
And when it gets dirty, just toss it in the washing machine. That's it. If you're tired of constantly cleaning your floors, you're going to love Muddy Mats as much as we do.
Right now, get a free medium Muddy Mat with your order of 2 or more mats at buymuddymat.com. That's BUY Muddy MAT.com. Don't wait. Get your free Muddy Mat today at buymuddymat.com. And then, of course, if you get lonely, just go down to the record store and meet your friends.
Did you notice that today's hat day on the show? I just realized every single member of
Hat
the
gang.
show.
He's wearing a hat.
We're in a hat gang.
Mm-hmm. Gang.
Rick, South Carolina.
Yes, sir. I got one. I don't know if it's a documentary or a mockumentary, but it's a series called Fishing with John. Where he goes out and
with John.
fishing with, it's so good.
It's great.
There's one with Willem Dafoe. There's one where I think Tom Waits actually hates him. It's a great mockumentary series.
Yeah, I'd say it's a mockumentary.
Exit the Gift Shop, another mockumentary.
That's true. You can't trust anything these days.
You can't.
I'm starting to find out that baseball is rigged like the WWE.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, John Laurie also did a show years later where he was somewhere down in the tropics and he was just painting and just talking with his housekeeper. And it was endlessly fascinating. And absolutely nothing happened.
That's nice, though. That sounds good.
I do like that.
Then his band, the Lounge Lizards, which he played trombone in, that album, I forget what it was. It might have even been the one that was supposed to be like, I don't know, something like the Men in Black soundtrack that was rejected. But it is the best New York City cab soundtrack ever because you're just looking out the window and it feels like you're in the beginning of a film noir.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
that's a great vibe.
Yeah, that is a great vibe.
I used to do it all the time when I was heading to the cellar. Just let it just play out while I was going all the way down there. By the way, in the middle of the night last night, I was watching There Will Be Blood. And because I was always so much into the Daniel Plainview character and what was happening, this time for some reason I was just paying attention to the visuals. It's fucking stunning.
It's
gorgeous.
So
It's
beautiful.
so gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give a fucking hot take here. It's better than No Country for Old Men. And they got ripped off.
Yeah. I actually agree with you. And I did then. And I feel like it wasn't. Yeah, I know. Many people felt like, hey, we got two great films, but they preferred No Country.
I was like, hey, it's a toss up.
Yeah.
The Coen brothers are great. They've never got this accolade. Paul had never got this accolade. I'm fine with either. Chris, where are you on this? Better movie.
I'm still with the No Country for Old Men.
Based on what?
I like it more.
I understand that. I thought you were going to make a case for it, though. Earl Douglas, you're a man of criticism. Which is the better film?
I'm going with There Will Be Blood. Better performances, cinematography.
Not according to Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel.
There's literally only one performance that's great.
And
now, also, No Country also won an acting award for the guy with the bad haircut.
Yeah.
Anton Chigurh.
Yeah.
Terrifying individual.
But I feel like at the time I knew that There Will Be Blood was the superior masterpiece, even though I saw, obviously I saw all the movies that year. It was a great year for movies, and I felt like, man, I can't believe we would have this many good movies in a year, because you would have like a Far and Above, like a one, but I still felt like There Will Be Blood was my number one that year.
I'm going to give you my next hot take that I predict is going to turn into a spit take for all of you.
Give it to
Ready?
me.
Fill your mouths up with water, everybody. As
Okay.
I lay a hot take turning into a spit take. No Country for Old Men is not even a top 5 Coen brother movie for me. I would pick 5 Coen brother movies that I like more than No Country for Old Men.
This is
Equipment is soaking wet. Oh my
Good
God, I'm
God.
shocked. I'm shocked that you would say this.
Covered in seltzer.
I also would say this. I think I prefer There Will Be Blood over One Battle After Another. I feel like it's
Yes.
a
It is for me.
more rewatchable movie because of its slower pace.
Can I tell you a movie of his I need to rewatch and spend a little more time with? And that is
it.
Phantom Thread. I saw it once in the theater and I thought that it was great. However, I was very pregnant and I had decided that I wanted to drink a very large Coke Slurpee. Which is a bizarre choice when you're pregnant. You can't hold your pee very long. You have a baby pressing. And I had to get up to pee 3 different times at least during the course of that film. And I feel like I really need a sit down with it again, because I remember thinking, wow, this is really great and really different for him. And he's so great at changing his vision. He serves the story he does, but I've never rewatched it. And I feel like I need to.
Okay, right off the bat, TMI.
Was that not necessary for the backstory of the story? Was the giant Coke Slurpee and you having
the
to
Coke
pee 3 times?
Slurpee, the bladder being put to the constant getting up. There are some people, I mean, that film wasn't as universally loved as some of the other. But there are some people that is far and away their favorite performance and also movie by PTA.
Right. And I think that is very possibly true. And I would like to be able to experience it. And just to add to the TMI, I just want to say that I had gone to the movies, I believe this would have been the same time period as Black Panther. And I went to the Black Panther and I wanted to get a Coke Slurpee and they were out. And I wish I had gotten up. When you're pregnant, you have very specific cravings. And that's actually what drove me to the theater to see Black Panther, was the thought of sitting there and having a Coke Slurpee. They were out of them. And so.
You know why?
Why?
Black people love Coke Slurpees. It's their number one drink.
I thought that they were more like a cherry Slurpee, but that's fascinating.
Here's what I was told by people, too. Black people choose Pepsi over Coke. Earl, am I lying or are you dying?
You are not lying, because every time I had to do a run to the store, my mother would say, get me a Pepsi, not a Coke.
I'll tell you this. I'm Southern by birth, and these are fighting words where I live, but I am always Coke first.
You say that, Gail, but then you would go to my mom's house, and she was 100% Pepsi.
Yes.
100% Pepsi, would never have a Coke. I go, can you pick up some Coke? She goes, no goddamn way.
Yes.
I'm not buying a KKK product.
I know.
Is what her thing
That's
was.
the feeling.
She says, take me to Connecticut.
And I'm in Pepsiville. You know what I mean? You got to be careful where I live.
PepsiCo.
You can't even say Coca-Cola out loud. You could ears everywhere. Little birds listening. Okay.
Those birds are drunk.
Earl, thanks for backing me up, though, because I saw these two, and I'm going to say it, snowflakes, and they looked at me like I was being racial. And then when you stood up and you said,
it's 100%
no,
true.
this guy knows us better.
Yes, then we know ourselves.
Yeah, then you liberals know. This right-wing, flag waving.
Yeah, that's
he
you.
knows us better.
Yeah. Well, if I feel illuminated by this, I did not know that there was a Pepsi preference there.
This was a learning moment for Gail and I because you
And
weren't
yet,
being
you're
racial.
going to forget by tomorrow. I bet if I bring it up tomorrow, both
No,
of you are going to
quiz me tomorrow.
Okay,
and
I
I'm
will.
gonna answer. I'm going to answer before Chris.
I'm going to say RC Cola.
No, I'm going to do it right now. What do black people prefer to drink?
Chris.
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
I'm sorry, you're both wrong. The answer is grape soda.
Damn it.
Stupid.
Earl, a lot of grape soda drank in the community. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, we love the grape soda.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell you? Old right-wing Ron strikes again. I say this, America, love it or leave it.
I like that. I like that.
I like to say, love it or shove it.
I mean, he just said love it or leave it, and then you say you like it. That's not one of the options, Chris.
Like it or leave it.
Like them, I guess.
Hey, Adam Ferrara is shooting a special on May 20th at the Cutting Room. He has invited us. It's a screening. It's a screening of his special at the Cutting Room, May 20th. We're all more than welcome for the RSVP list. I'm sorry, that was just for me. I'm sorry,
damn
guys.
it.
I
was so touched.
I was looking at my calendar.
You don't have a calendar.
No, you
It
don't.
seems it's empty.
You're like 2004. That can't be right.
Earl, when's the last time you went to a screening?
Oh God, it's been a while. It's been years, actually.
Been a while.
Did you watch basketball last night, Earl?
Yes, I did. And,
How are you feeling?
I think San Antonio's going to wrap it up. I mean, they looked really good. Wemby just came out like a house of fire.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. No shit. All right? Fucking no
Why
shit.
are you mad at him? I asked him a question.
Yeah, he asked him his opinion, Chris.
It's
I'm
because it's a
sorry.
canned
And
response.
Everything's Mr. Lockdown has to be the only one with sports takes.
The Wolves are taking fucking game 6 and
You're
7.
not fair
Screw
to
you,
Earl. You're not fair to Earl.
Earl's not fair to me or himself, to be totally honest. Or
You're
you
not
guys.
fair to Flair. Because of that, Earl, you get a chance to pick the last discussion
Oh,
of the day.
lucky. Yay, Earl.
It's time for the last discussion of the show. It's almost time for us to go. So Earl will get his shot. Earl, make it count, brother.
Oh, my God.
So we're talking about sports. Which sport has the best redemption arc where you can kind of go from hero, like you go from hero to from goat to hero?
Isn't that every sport? Isn't that the point?
But which sport has that big one where you just become like, one moment you're just dirt, and then you can just redeem yourself?
I would think that has to do with every sport.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can be. I mean, that's the whole thing of underdog, right? Like
I'll
we've
just
seen it
say
happen.
soccer. How's that for you? Soccer.
Like that shit.
I guess I win a tie with all the other sports.
Yay!
What's kind of funny is Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl, and I think people still think he's kind of shitty, even though obviously it is a redemption arc, but not as much as people.
Wait,
Hold
on.
Yeah.
Does it have to be a team sport? Because it feels like an individual sport, like boxing. You would have the strongest of like this person isn't a contender, and then go, oh my God, we got shut up.
All right. So I'm going to ask you guys this, since Gail came up with boxing. Name a champion in any weight division in boxing right now. No one can. Why? It's not real. We found out all these years there's really no boxing taking place. There's unboxings that take place on
Love it.
YouTube, and
Hi,
they
guys.
are so good. Oh, look.
It comes
Look,
with
first of all,
headphones.
they gave me a pack of gum that says the Friends reunion on it.
What's what is the obsession with people faking, like, dropping things and then not editing them out in their, like, unboxing or their,
real.
like, it's just like, oh my God. Okay, I almost dropped this. Anyway, and you're like, okay. Or you could do take 2, or you could edit it out. But you're like, look at how real I am. I almost just dropped this thing I was holding.
Guys, I'm on my way to the Naked Farmer. And I just pissed down my leg. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to get their salad.
She must have had a Coke Slurpee.
Earl, what did you want everybody to say?
I think it's basketball because you could be
because you watched basketball last night.
Because you can have a really shitty shooting night, but if the game's on the line and then you get that one.
Okay, what about being a quarterback of a team? You play it terrible, and then there's 2 minutes left, and you have the drive. That's the Joe Montana special. Everybody remembers the drive, not the fact that he'd only thrown for 135 fucking yards in the 4 quarters before that.
Or like a winning home run or something. I mean, wouldn't that be the same thing?
Yeah, but you get a home run after striking out 4 times. It can happen. You can redeem yourself.
Right. Well, that's why we say any sport.
God damn it. You're on my side.
There's not a sport that doesn't have that thing that you're describing right now.
You may have won the final, but you still fucking suck. Do you understand me? And you'll never be one of the greats.
What spurred this was, I'm going to guess, just trying to get inside Earl's head, is Wemby's redemption arc from 2 days ago.
Sure. Yeah.
Redemption song.
How hard he's worked.
Then Earl will see something and go, what else happened like that?
Yes.
Yes, that's his favorite. That's your MO, dude.
Well, Earl, you went down swinging, all right? Like Sonny Liston.
Mm-hmm.
And you went down swinging. All right, we got to wrap this one up. Earl took an L. I mean, I thought he was having a really good game. He had that Pepsi thing that he agreed with me.
And then he was the victim of Chris's crime, and that was really good. Well, how he jumped on him for no reason, just for having
He knows I'm a Timberwolves
I was
fan.
really on his side. We were rooting for you, Earl. We were all rooting for you.
I won.
Because you're Woody the Wabbit. Woody the Wabbit. One and all the way to win the race. All right, that's it for us. I get it. Today was a rough day for us. I understand. Chris was all over the place.
God,
Gail had
nuts.
TMI.
Yep, that's true.
Earl, goddamn, nobody could understand a thing about it.